Hi there fellow role players and game masters, my name is Mr. Trosk and this is your go-to YouTube channel for everything third-party Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition related and especially everything Kobold Press, because Kobold Press has sent me another one of their boxes and this contains their latest release, Southlands. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Southlands has just dropped on my doorstep and I cannot wait to open it. I've been sick for a couple of days, but I'm back. I'm not really back at making videos, I'm going to open this anyway, so I could very well turn on my camera and open it while you guys are watching, and maybe comment in the comments below and hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button like always. I have my pair of scissors right here. I'm not really back to making videos. I have been sick, but right now I'm just way too excited to open this, so I'm just going to use my pair of scissors to open this. And just little disclaimer, I already own the PDFs of this, but, and this is a big but, and I like big buts, I cannot lie. When I have a PDF and a physical copy of something, I do not look at the PDF until I actually have my hands on the physical copy, and I first look at the physical copy. So I haven't really seen the books yet. I've seen some pass by on Facebook, but I keep scrolling because I don't want to get spoiled, because Southlands is one of the things that I've been looking forward to the most in the last couple of years. For me, Southlands is the big thing from Kobold Press that I really want to get my hands on, and I've been waiting for this, and I'm so happy Kobold Press actually sent me a box with Southlands, so I just can't wait to have my hands on it. So I don't know the contents really, and I don't know exactly what it looks like. I just know it's in here and I'm going to open it up. So I use PDFs more as an extension. When I already have a hardcover or a softcover of a book, I use the PDF more as an extra. Just when I'm at my computer and I want to look something up in the book really quick, I use the PDF and everything. So there is this in the so there's a bunch of this stuff, of course, like always, in the thing. By the way, if you didn't know, top tip, you can actually drench these in water, like in your sink. Pour water over it, like hot water, not really hot water, but like just hot water over it, and it will just disappear into your sink. It's completely, don't throw this in your trash because it takes up way too much space. Drain this down your drain, because that's the thing you should be doing with these things, but not a lot of people know that. Or reuse them if you want to send something, whatever. I sometimes reuse it if I want to send something to somebody. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been drinking way too much coffee. Here is the first book. Dum 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 dum. Nice. Okay, seriously, these colors pop way more than I was anticipating. I've of course already saw this cover on the Kickstarter page for Southlands, on Facebook, wherever. I already saw it, but when you hold it in your hands, the colors, and it is like a trademark of Kobold Press, right? The colors always like pop in a way that I cannot really explain. Jetpack 7 has it also, and Kobold Press does it really well. And the thing I love about this piece of artwork is that it is like really detailed in the front. Like this part is really detailed. And the back is like this abstract type, just basic lines and abstract cityscape you see in the background, which I think is really cool way of like going about artwork, about the cover. So not everything, while for example if you have a book like this Sunless Citadel, like most of this is, there's more detail in the back as well, right? So there's there's even this person who's way more detailed, and there's like these guys who are way more detailed in the back, which is cool. It's amazing artwork, I absolutely love it. But with this, they just went with this like this abstract painting like thing, which I really love. So this is the world book, by the way, the Southlands world book. If you don't know what this is an extension to the Midgard campaign setting by Kobold Press. The Midgard campaign setting already, I have, by the way, a video series on the Midgard campaign setting you should check out. I already have one episode in the entire series because I rebooted the series, but you should check it out. There's more episodes coming when I'm better and not sick anymore. But this is actually a world book, so this is a campaign setting for me within a campaign setting. it actually expands on the Midgard campaign setting, which is already like a big fat campaign setting, and it is just the south of the campaign setting. They talk about it in the Midgard world book, they talk about the Southlands, but there's just not really enough, you know, to really start playing there. You can have some adventures there are some adventures written for it, but it's just not the same as playing in and around Sobek or whatever in the heart of the Midgard campaign setting. I did not realize it was coming with a map, to be perfectly honest. I should do my research more because, but there's so much stuff hitting my doorstep lately that I cannot research everything and know exactly what is coming. Like, for example, this thing was coming and I completely forgot about it, and it's amazing. I will review it. I will, by the way, also review these books, but this is just first impression stuff, right? So, this is a map to the Southlands themselves, of course. Oh, wow. The entire Southlands are on here. This is like the south part of Midgard, and then it goes completely into the Southlands, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a two-way map that you have to turn around in order to have the full map on your table. But this is one of those maps, again, you can put in front of your players and tell them where in the world they are when you're introducing them to the Southlands. I always like it when they have this kind of map going on. And yeah, the world book, it actually covers the Southlands, it covers cities, it covers probably some politics, probably some... Oh wow, look at this, this is just... It's like this, there's this front thing going on. It's like almost a PNG that has been slapped on some painting or whatever. Really weird way of going about it, of saying that, but this is like more abstract, like the backgrounds, and then there's like the fronts of the artwork, which is really, really well done, and I really love how they went through with that, right? They actually use it more than there's a bunch of magic items as far as I can see, which I always love because Kobold Press has like this, there's always like this really weirdness about when they create something. There's always like funny stuff going on, and sometimes stuff is just not balanced at all. It's way overpowered or sometimes even underpowered, but then I don't care about that because I'm a dungeon master and I just want to build a world. There's another piece of artwork of two gnolls killing some kind of humanoid person. Yeah, awesome, looks cool, looks like it's built in kind of the same way as the Midgard world book, but it is the Southlands book, and it is 313 pages thick. That's the Midgard, the Southlands world book. I'm really excited by this, but there is more. There is more. But wait, there is more. There is the Southlands Player's Guides. I am not a fan of the covers like this. This feels like a bunch of pieces of art that are really good pieces of art slapped together to fit on a cover. That's what it feels like and what it looks like to me. They're all brilliant pieces of artwork. But it just this doesn't work for me. And this is, by the way, the player's guide. So this is as player races, classes. It probably has feats and backgrounds and everything. And I'm really intrigued by this race. I really want to know what's up with this race. It's like a flying ant type of person. So I really need to look that up. So it has spells, it has magic items, more of that stuff. It has all that weird stuff. Races, and here is the race Tosculi. It is the Tosculi. There's like a flying ant demon alien type of thing. I don't know really what it is. This one is holding a musical instrument, while this one is holding sword and shield. So I'm really going to look into this. By the way, it's all going to be part of my review, but you need to give me some time to review this stuff because there's a lot to read here. This is really, really cool. But I don't like the cover, but that's just me. I don't like the cover. I probably like the contents a lot. And I like how Kobold Press does that with, like, they have the Empire of the Ghouls campaign that goes from, like, level 1 to level 15 or something like that. And they have their separate player's guide. They have the separate player's guide for Tales of the Old Margrave. They have the separate player's guide. They have, like, the Midgard Heroes Handbook. They have separate player guides for all kinds of their campaigns and campaign setting. And they do it again for Southlands. So you really get to play, if you want, as a player, you really get to, like, play a character that belongs in that part of the world, which is really cool. Now, for me, I would personally really like to see somebody play somebody who's not from there. Maybe some random human who comes from Zobag and has been traveling for months all the way to the Southlands and meets all kinds of these creatures, but he is like an average dude in the heart of Midgard, but he's like a completely not average person in the Southlands, which I think would be cool to play in the Southlands as a just a regular Bob, right? Just by the way, say hello to Jerry the Stormtrooper, who has been created by my brother, who has his own YouTube channel, and he creates. Well, he actually has a Facebook group, and his YouTube channel is more an extension to that, and he creates all kinds of pop culture props, like Stormtrooper, complete suits. He has built, last thing he did was like build a Millennium Falcon with the interior, and you can take some of the part off or something like that, and he painted he spent like 60 hours painting the interior of the freaking Millennium Falcon. He's so freaking, he's like obsessed with that stuff. He's a real nerd, even bigger than me. No, I'm just kidding. He's like a geek when it comes to that sort of stuff, and he creates all that stuff, custom stuff for you. If you need a Stormtrooper helmet, or you need an entire Scout Trooper suit or whatever for your best friend's wedding, or I don't know, or you need a gremlin, or you need the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones, whatever you need. He makes really, really cool stuff, and it all looks so ridiculously good and realistic. And he just gave this to me. He's like, put that behind you on your shelf. That might look cool. And I'm like, yeah, looks cool. So there it is, Jerry the Stormtrooper, always watching out for you. The next book is City of Cats. City of Cats is the, like, welcome to the City of Cats, where some very ambitious people have their paws and claws out, where thieves prowl, and where the goddess Bastet herself walks the streets. City of Cats is a city book and adventure, it says right here. So it has 3 wild adventures from level 1 to 5, dozens of fully detailed illustrated villains, NPCs, monsters, a poster map for the city's dusty streets, an official 5th edition character sheet for heroes, a complete gazetteer, blah 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 blah. And I have to say, this really, really intrigues me, because the Midgard campaign book, which is right here on my shelf, just doesn't have enough information on. There is information on Per Bastet, which is the City of Cats, in the World Book, but there's just not enough information for me to really dig in there and really start playing. I have to make most of the stuff up for myself, which is fine. But now there is actually a book that talks about the City of Cats, and it is like one of those cityscape books where it has a map, and it has locations to go, and it has NPCs, it has politics, it has rules, it has districts, it has everything you need to know from Per Bastet, which is the City of Cats, which kind of like this Egyptian style pyramids and stuff. There's an entire history, and this is actually the book that I look forward to reading the most, and this is also the one that I already glanced at as a PDF. Yes, I'm guilty. I already glanced at the PDF and I read like 1 chapter of it, and I'm really intrigued by this. So I think you could expect a review of this sooner than of the Southlands Player's Guide or the Southlands World Book, because there's just more content in there, which is harder to do, and there's just this City of Cats. I think you can have like a bunch of adventures, countless of hours of fun with just this city thing that, yeah, it looks really, really cool. I don't know. There's not a lot to say for now because I'm not reviewing it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This looks. Oh my god. This looks like. Yeah. This looks a bit weird, but I love it. I love it. So the City of Cats, there is this city guide to the City of Cats, which you can use as a starting point. And this is what I wanted to say. Like, the Midgard campaign setting has Zobek, which is like the place to start adventures and like spend most of your adventures and go find some new adventures and talk to NPCs and stock up on supplies and heal and rest. And Zobek is like the center of Midgard. And when your players go to Southlands, now they actually have a second place like that. Everything for the Southlands, for me, kind of revolves around the City of Cats. As like your home base, your place to go, where you can get magic items, where you can stock up, rest up, everything. Now you have like an alternative to Zobek. You now have the City of Cats, and that's actually why I love it that much, because I thought that although Zobek is great, and I love adventuring in and around Zobek, and the Margrave, which is close to Zobek, and the Scarlet Citadel is close to Zobek, and I love it. I really, really do. I was always looking for another place for my players to call their home base, but there wasn't really anything well enough fleshed out to do that. Not only in the world book, but there's just so many adventures written for Zobek that you just automatically find yourself going to Zobek and staying in and around Zobek. And I hope that with the coming of the Southlands books, now the City of Cats is actually also a good alternative to it. To actually playing in and around Zobek, you can now play in and around the City of Cats. So I absolutely love that this is a part of it. And I love Kobold Press, again, for sending me all of this. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy reading through this and talking about it, doing a review, maybe more than one review probably. There's 3 books. I'll probably cover these together, and I'll probably cover this one in a separate one. I have to figure out how the heck I'm going to do all of that while stuff keeps coming in. If you want to see me cover that stuff, if you want to see me do more reviews, and if you just want to support me, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit me in the comments below, and until next video, bye-bye.